Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be talking about avoidant attachment style, also anxious attachment style as well. The reason why we're going to be talking about this is because majority of you are anxiously attached, and for the most part your people are avoidants. So, as you know, on this channel we kind of I kind of like to do audios for the clients I'm having at the moment and their problems, because that's the whole point. The point is not for me to talk about whatever I want to be talking about, because if that was the case, right now we would be talking about dogs. But we're going to be talking about attachment styles. So we have three main attachment styles, which is anxiously attached, avoidant, and obviously secure, which is the one we all should aim to be. Now, during our lifetime, majority of us will experience all three of these attachment styles, because different people will trigger different attachments inside of us. Um, so, attachment styles are very dependent on the person you're connecting with and how they are treating you, how they are behaving. It will all trigger things inside of you, obviously. So it's not just about you, it's about the other person as well. Very important to say. Of course, some people are more prone to acting anxiously attached and some are more prone to being avoidant. That is depending on how they cope with their limiting beliefs, their traumas, and all of that bad stuff. I was going to say good stuff, but it's definitely not good stuff. So, in essence, anxiously attached and avoidance both have the same fear. So they will both be triggered by the same fear, and that is being abandoned, getting hurt. But they're coping with that in completely different ways. That's the difference. But both of these attachment styles don't want to get hurt, they don't want to be abandoned. So they will be what will be triggered is something from their past, most likely childhood, where they felt abandoned, where they felt not good enough, when they felt, just hurt. And that doesn't have to be, you know, their parents or guardians abandoning them. It can be anything, because obviously as kids we are very very prone to creating traumas. So it can be maybe bullying, it can be a bunch of things. You were not accepted by other kids. It will be different for everybody, of course. We all had different, different lives basically. Um, and um, So it's basically, in essence, the same problem, the same thing. However, anxiously attached people, when they feel they might get hurt or something, breakup could happen or something like that, how they're gonna behave and how they're gonna react to this trigger is by trying to get closer to you. So, writing a bunch of text messages, like being very annoying, like really trying to get closer to you because of this fear of abandonment. While the avoidance will react differently. They're going to also be afraid that, they're going to be abandoned and they're going to get hurt. And to protect themselves, how they deal with it is they run away, they try to ignore it, because they think this is their mechanism, coping mechanism, because they think that like that they will be protected. If they leave first, if they break up with you first, then they won't get hurt. So it will all depend on a bunch of things, how they dealt with things in their childhood. For example, it will depend a lot on how your parents behaved when you were dealing with something bad. Because let's say that you got bullied at school, and if your parents were really supportive and really helpful and really giving you that love and comfort, most likely this event will not leave a huge trauma, and you will be able to get securely attached in your future relationships. But if your parents were like, it's your fault, you are weird, and all of these things, you may develop, anxious attachment or avoidant attachment style. Also, if you were too ashamed to tell your parents what's going on or too scared to tell them, the same thing can happen. So it's very important to kind of think about your childhood, how things were back there, and try to determine the dynamics that were happening at home, because that can be very helpful to kind of understand why today you react the way you react or why certain things trigger you. However, what the main message here is, it is that avoidant people are trying to avoid getting hurt. And a lot of you guys are dealing with avoidant people. And I've noticed that you tend to think that they don't care about you just because they broke up with you and because they are in no contact, that they just don't care, that you never mattered. And those are your insecurities telling you that, absolutely. But also, I do understand that regarding to their behavior, you kind of have that conclusion because they are not behaving in a way where you would think, oh, this person cares about me. And that is because people don't understand avoidance. They think that avoidant people are emotionally unavailable, that they are, because they're coming off as that, right? They're coming off as somebody that doesn't care, as somebody that is not affected, somebody that is cold, somebody that is not very emotional. But that is just the defense mechanism. They are the same as everybody else. They just want to seem like they don't care because it gives them comfort in a way. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel safer because they don't feel safe. They don't feel safe, and that is why they're trying to run away from their feelings and their emotions. So, the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because a lot of you think that your people don't care. Your people, your people, that they don't care and they are over you and they have moved on. And most likely that is not the case. But you need to be open to the fact that this is not the case. And you need to understand it because, in a way, you're also being avoidant because, attachment styles, they do mix and match. And it's not that simple. You're kind of being avoidant yourself because you're telling yourself, oh, they never cared, oh, they moved on. And this is your coping mechanism because it's kind of easier to tell yourself that because it's easier, okay, there was nothing there, so I can be okay because they never cared. And it's a lot harder to think, oh, them, they really love me, but something happened and now we are in this awkward situation. So think about it a bit. I know it's a bit all over the place, but I kind of wanted to share both of these things with you guys. Think about it a bit and start understanding that if they were in a connection with you, most likely they did care. And it doesn't go away just like that. So I love you guys. I hope this helps.